Good morning, everyone. My name is Anne-Marie Band, and this is the Moneyball Morning Report for the Benzinga Pro platform. I am showing you the Thinkorswim platform today because TrendSpider feed has blocked me out of the futures tab, and I'm just not getting any futures readings except on the monthly chart, which is kind of weird. Don't know what's going on. But in any case, let's just jump through what we are looking at here. You can see that we've got some price action bouncing off of the low that was on Friday, right? We're bouncing up off the area. We are below the close of last week. We are below the low of last week, and we just faded true to form, buyers trying to pick up the dip. This rectangle here is an image of the gap. Thank you very much, Emery. Your brain is asleep this morning. So what we're trying to do is fill in the gap, right? Notice what has happened on the day so far, because this has got all of the pre-market action on it too. It's bouncing off of that floor. Sorry, it's over here. It's bouncing off of the floor and very likely to move into this midline, right? I think a lot of people are thinking about more downside action today. I'm really not sure that I'm seeing it right now. They want to fill the gap, bounce off of the range, and then slosh around in here until maybe Wednesday of next week, because we do have options expiry, and there are going to be a fair number of options that are going to expire. I just think we come into the VPOC. All right, I do believe that is what happens on the order of the day. The VPOC is 446. All right, now let's take a look at the Qs very quickly. Qs doing the same thing. Notice topping formation on the monthly chart, but holding above the low of last month. Support retest on the weekly chart, very sideways linear channel, right? That's what these red lines are. Very, very sideways from a weekly perspective. That gives us a fairly good shot at coming down into these lows and then bouncing. But I do believe there are going to be buyers sitting underneath there. You know what? What if I'm wrong? What will I be looking for? Well, I'll be looking for the fade of this area, the bounce, and then the failure to recapture. Okay, so that's all I'm looking for, right? If I see right now 366.24 is where I closed, and Friday the Qs had a little bit of a doji, not quite, but almost, and now we're coming into the morning and we're sitting in this sideways patch trying to create a base, a floor. And that floor, I believe, is going to give us some bounce action. Again, what if we're wrong? What if I'm wrong? It's going to lose this area, bounce, and it will not recapture the 366 zone. If that's the case, this chart is going to head to the south. All right, let's take a quick look at, I'm going to move it to the hourly chart. A 30-minute feels very fast this morning. Let's take a look at the ES. The ES has been dancing around this 44.75 area for quite a bit, right? Trying to hold a floor. Now, notice what the real breakdown was. The real breakdown was this 44.92, 44. I'd say it's 44.97. So I'm going to change that number. I'm going to make it 44.97. That's the break that I suspect that we had right here. Okay. Then falling below that, we're now slipping into the 44.57 area potentially, right? But I don't know that that comes today. I do believe that we ought to hold above here. If we do not, we should find buyers on the break of it and the recapture. All right, that is my thought. So how would I set this trade up? Well, I am trying to build a floor here. Let me open this up so that you can see this a little better. Right? You can see the volume profile trying to build a floor here. Many hours, all of the overnight, yeah, I think it's trying to build a floor, right? So if this floor holds, if it fades, and we pull back into this lower area, the 4460-ish area, 4459-ish area that we had on Friday morning, we're going to see ourselves in another bounce pattern. All right, that is my thought for the ES. For the NQ, I suspect it's the same, still trying to build the floor. Look at that. Still trying to build a floor. Almost 2 days of, that's, you know, Friday, most of the day, Friday, and then all of the overnight. Okay, so they're really trying to build a floor. If it loses it, you've got to step out of the way and not pick the bottom until it starts the formation, right? So what is that formation? One, fails to hold lower, right? Or fails to test lower, which would be this one. Bounces into the resistance area. Well, you could say this is old support, new resistance once it breaks here, but that's really the area here, okay? And so that zone says, hey, I'm going to watch for the fade up above this line, and I'm going to take it long because it's got negative trend based on the linear regression channel. I'm going to take my profit at prior areas of congestion, prior areas of opening. Okay, so if we look at that and we go, all right, let's say it's the whole rotation, fails to close lower, bounces, breaches resistance, pulls back, holds the floor. What do I want to do? If it holds in this region, I want to try and buy it. But we have to wait to see it hold. And right now, what it's still doing is high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. All right, last thing I want to look at is oil. I do believe that oil is on a fade, and a great deal of the chart is in backwardation, and so that is actually fairly bearish. A lot of people are thinking that the China slowdown is going to matter here, but see it bouncing right off of this linear regression channel. We have high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Maybe we chop around this area. Okay, I don't see this chart getting past 83 at all. Not today. I just believe it's going to be sideways. All right, that's it, folks. Have a good day, and I'll see you on the platforms.